All right, guys. Got my life vest. Got my compass. Got my paddle. It's an oar. It has some kind of perfect sea guy. Okay. So, what do you think I'm doing here?
You're paddling.
Sea navigating.
Standing with an oar.
Standing there, hooking your board somewhere.
I'm getting ready for something.
Look prepared.
What do you think I'm getting
coming
ready
question?
for? The second coming could be. What do you think I'm getting ready for?
Vacation.
Rafting.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for a trip, guys. And this is my preparation list.
Oh.
Wow.
Are you keeping all that on the right?
It's 8 pages long, people.
There's so much space on the right side you could have utilized.
I know.
That's a total waste.
That's true. You gotta just
Think
don't
about the
have those
environment.
backwards.
Yeah.
All scroll page.
So let's look at what I have to be ready for on this voyage I'm going on. Dollar bills for parking,
Can't see.
first aid kit, toys, glasses, hammock, shorts, candles.
Candles.
I mean, this is huge, right?
You gotta be prepared for everything.
Prepare for
Like
everything.
Fancy dinner.
Don't smell the dead rats.
Now, is everything ultra required?
No.
Like, is everything ultra? No. What do you think are some of the essentials?
Food.
Clothes.
Water.
Yourself.
The boat.
Your body.
Yeah, all that stuff. If
Oh,
I
definitely.
forget, like, what was that? Okay. If I forget like a comic book, it's not the end of the world, right?
What?
Dude.
No. That is the end of the world.
Okay. What if I forget gasoline in the tank?
You don't need gasoline.
Well, you're rafting. You're not,
Okay,
you don't
good
need
call.
Tank of
Yeah, paddle.
Well, he did say he needed money for parking, so he's probably got to drive to the rafting
No,
spot.
he's gonna
No,
raft
he can
down
just
into
run.
parking.
He's gonna
Okay, now
raft
you guys are taking
on
this a little
land.
too far. But let's talk here. So, how is this voyage, preparing for this voyage, how is it like a mission and preparing for a mission?
There's a lot of stuff you gotta do.
Good call.
Although there is stuff that's more important than others. Like, you can spend a long time preparing for a mission and get a lot done, but it's like there's some things that you just have to have before going on a mission before you can really serve properly.
Yeah, what do you think some of those have to have things are?
Like a testimony of the Book of Mormon and of Joseph Smith.
What else do you guys think are necessary?
I think a desire to be there on your mission is very important.
I heard that successful people often wear like the same outfit every day, so it's one less thing they have to think about. So like as a missionary, if you have everything packed and ready to go, it's just one less thing.
Nice. Never thought of that.
Okay.
Open your scriptures or your iPhones to Doctrine and Covenants,
Did I leave my scriptures in the car?
section 11,
Yes, I did.
verse 21.
Let's see if mine loads.
Mhm. Will you go ahead and read for us?
Doctrine and Covenants 11:21.
Yeah.
All right. Seek not to declare my word, but first seek to obtain my word. And then shall your tongue be loosed. Then, if you desire, you shall have my spirit and my word, yea, the power of God unto the convincing of men.
Great. These are words of Joseph Smith to Hyrum Smith, his brother, regarding his mission. What do you guys notice in that scripture about kind of a preparation principle there?
You have to know what you're teaching before you teach it.
Pretty simple, but true, right? How does that apply to mission service?
If you don't have a testimony of what you're teaching, then you'll be able to like teach with the Spirit and teach what needs to get taught.
That's a good point.
When you know what you're talking about, it makes it easier to talk about it. And when you believe in that thing, it makes it 10 times easier.
Yeah.
Also, when you're enthusiastic about what you're talking about, people are a lot more willing to listen to it. So, like, if you haven't really thought about it and you haven't developed a testimony of it, then people aren't really going to be interested because they don't see that you're interested. So as soon as you have that going on a mission, then people are more willing to listen.
Excellent.
Yeah, you can't be a hypocrite. You have to live what you're teaching, or else it doesn't really work like that, I guess. Yeah, Elder Hall.
Good.
You guys are smart. So
Thanks.
Thanks.
the principle of preparation here. Obtain the word to prepare for your mission.
Oh, it's gonna be an acronym.
In the next verse, listen to what it says. But now hold your peace, study my word. He essentially told Hiram, be quiet and study my word. So in verse 22 he says, study my word twice. How do you obtain the word?
Study it.
Excellent. You guys are quick. Now, Doctrine and Covenants 42:14. Another principle of preparation. Now, this is Joseph Smith speaking to the elders of the church.
I have it highlighted.
Does anyone want to read this? Anyone feel
Is it 42:14?
enthusiastic? Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay.
And the Spirit shall be given unto you by the prayer of faith, and if you receive not the Spirit, you shall not teach.
All right, what does that mean?
You receive the Spirit by praying and by having faith, and if you don't have the Spirit, then you're not going to be able to teach a good lesson. It's not going to go through to the other person. So basically, like what Haley was saying earlier, is you're just kind of a vessel for the Spirit to talk to the other person, to share what you're trying to say.
Is that easy?
No.
Why not?
Because we're not perfect, I guess, but you just have to really commit yourself and make sure you're ready to be a vessel.
That's great. Who else has some ideas on this? Let me ask you a question. How far ahead, let's say it's your first lesson on your mission, how far ahead of that lesson do you need to pray in order to get the Spirit? Is it right before? Or is there a more effective way?
I feel like I'd be praying the whole time up to the point where I'm teaching the lesson. So there's not really a specific time I do it. Yes, you want to do it in advance and you want to study in advance, but I'd still be doing it the whole time because I need to be prepared.
Sure. Would it help to pray now?
Yes.
For that, even before that first lesson? Some of you are a year, 2 away. Could you pray now for the Spirit to prepare for that first lesson?
Yeah.
Principle 2 of preparation. Acquire the Spirit. Who remembers the first one?
Obtain.
Obtain the word. And the second?
Acquire the Spirit.
You guys are sharp. Now, Doctrine and Covenants, section 105, 10 through 11.
Sorry. What'd you say?
105, 10 through 11. Will you go ahead and read that for us?
That they themselves may be prepared, and that my people may be taught more perfectly, and have experience, and know more perfectly concerning their duty, and the things which I require at their hands. And this cannot be brought to pass until mine elders are endowed with power from on high.
Thank you. What does it mean to be endowed with power from on high? Does that word ring a bell for any of you?
To receive your endowment?
To receive your endowment. Where do we receive our endowment?
In the temple.
Right. Do you notice what the Lord said and what Joseph Smith said about the order of the endowment and that mission that they were going to have? What came first? Endowment. He essentially said, don't go until you receive your endowment. And we know this, that it's the same thing today, right? So before you go on your mission, what are the few things you have to do?
You have to get endowed.
Get endowed. You have to be how old?
18.
So, what might it be about receiving an endowment that will prepare you for a mission?
An endowment could give you guidance that you need.
Has anybody been to the temple before?
No.
So what is it about being in the temple that could prepare you for your mission?
Feel the Spirit.
Well, when you go to the temple and take out your endowments, then you get to wear garments after, which are like a protection for you, but they have like little marks that like you learn in the temple and stuff, so you like remember your covenants that you made in the temple, and because of your covenants, you're like, you follow the commandments and do everything because you made these covenants. So.
It's great. Yeah, so those are things that you realize already now where you are, but you'll learn more as you go. So the third principle of preparation, receive your endowment.
Or.
Yes.
Or.
So,
Did I not say it was an or?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you said it was a paddle.
Yeah.
You said it was a paddle.
No, I know, but I was wrong.
Wow.
So what I want to invite you guys to do this week, and on your way out, I'm going to get your emails because I want to email you on Wednesday, which is only 3 days from now. I want to invite you guys to do one of those three things every day till Wednesday, and I want to kind of see what you guys think of your experiences. So, something to obtain the Word, something to acquire the Spirit, something to work towards receiving your endowment. All of you who will participate in this challenge, say, aye, aye, sir.
Aye, aye, sir.
Great. So what do you guys think are going to happen if you do these things?
We're going to be blessed spiritually. Yeah.
Would you really? So I want to tell you a story from my mission. It's called The Story of My Pinky Toe and My New Shoes.
Sounds like a great song.
I like
It's
it
a great
already.
story. It's a painful story. It's a painful story.
Did your pinky toe get caught on?
Here's what happened. I went on my mission with only pairs of new church shoes. Now, what's the difference between a new church shoe and a used church shoe?
One's new and one's used.
Yeah,
One's
one's
stiff.
broken in,
Good
right?
job.
One's stiff, one's broken.
One's stiff. The stiff
Just
shoe
like
is
church.
not a good thing. So here's what was happening. I thought it was a great idea to get new shoes for my mission. On my first like steps in my first mission area, my strongest memories are every time I would walk, the shoe would pinch my pinky toe. And so instead of like walking like, yeah, I was like. So my shoes weren't prepared for the mission, right? Is there a gospel example here? Like, how could we compare this? How can we make this story applicable to you if you're a pair of mission shoes?
You gotta know the gospel and like be used to it.
Ooh. Ooh. Your testimony has to
See
be
what you
warned.
did there.
A worn-in testimony.
Yeah.
Or else it'll be very painful.
When you come up to the person, you're like, what's that?
Sorry.
Exactly.
Noises.
What else do you guys think? Any other ideas? How can you be a broken-in pair of shoes, 7 new pair of shoes?
Oh,
Get one.
oh, the Spirit. You have to be okay. We're a shoe, but we could be like a new shoe, or we could be an old shoe. We're used to being filled with the Spirit. Therefore, this we're the vessel, we're the shoe. It all makes sense now. Therefore, the Spirit takes over us, and we're the well-worn-in shoe. Therefore, we're good at preaching the gospel because we've already had the Spirit with us before, because we're the shoe.
You
I'm glad
You
that
got
wasn't
it.
on camera.
Yes.
Did you all get it?
It's on camera.
Get
don't
it?
worry.
We're the worn. We're the shoes.
Scott, he's not on the.
Scott, you gotta lean in. Say it again. Lean in.
All right. So,
Just go up to the front.
Anyway, do you
Wow,
think that's a
nailed
true
it.
principle?
Yeah.
Do you think it's true?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me tell you kind of like my own idea on it, so you can have mine, but you'll have your own ideas. If the first time you pray with true desire is on your mission, it's a little late, right? If the first time you share your testimony is on your mission, it's just a little late or a lot, right? So my invitation to you guys is to figure out now how to wear in that spiritual shoe, so to speak, and actually, start now doing those things that will make you a ready servant.